Welcome back to Houston Life. Now, May is Mental Health Awareness Month, and it's time to break the stigma and encourage conversations about personal well-being.
Absolutely. You know, this is a light, tight, and bright show, but these are topics we really want to talk about. And one local art show is doing that, having the hard conversations, but bringing together 20 artists in one space to express personal stories through their creative talents. So we have two of the featured artists right here in Studio B, Kim Pham and Ali Ham. Now, they have unique journeys, but you know, these journeys really shaped the powerful pieces that we're going to be showing people on display and that they can go see at the exhibit. So let's start with you, Kim, because you know, you really found art as therapy. Your father passed away. It's one of the hardest things you probably ever dealt with back in 2017. Do you want to tell people a little bit about your background?
Yeah, so in 2017, my father passed away, and shortly after, I was diagnosed with bipolar disorder type 1. So the next several years, it was a deep struggle with the grief and my new mental illness. And so I turned to art therapy as a very powerful tool for my healing and self-expression, and art became an outlet for me to process my pain and create meaning.
Wow, that's amazing. Yeah. Did you find knowing, you know, because it's not like you just get bipolar overnight. I mean, you had that. And so then finally having a diagnosis, how empowering was that for you to realize that there was something going on for you?
Yeah, you know, the death of my father, like that was the trigger of this bipolar disorder. So it was a little bit confusing at first, but once I had the diagnosis, I was able to finally understand and process like what different behavior was going on, and actually start to you know, address the illness.
Understand it, yeah. And then Ali, you are a self-taught artist. Why don't you tell people a little bit about your background, because you actually have a special way that you create your art.
Yeah, so I've been an artist for as long as I can remember. I was born with a rare physical condition called arthrogryposis, and so it affects the joints in my hands and arms, and I don't have a lot of mobility in them, but I've always found a way to make art despite my challenges. Yeah. So I actually paint with my mouth. So every painting you see by me has been painted by mouth.
That's amazing. And this one here in the middle of us here.
Yes, this one in the middle is based by mouth. And this painting in the middle was a collaboration between Kim and I. It was based on one of her collages that she showed me, and I just immediately connected with it based on her story and just
yeah, using art as therapy.
Yeah.
It's really strong. And you actually have a degree in art therapy. You have a minor in psychology. You're really, I mean, you take pride in advocating for mental health.
Absolutely. It's been a huge part of my life. Art has been my outlet. You know, despite my physical struggles, I also had mental struggles because of having a disability. So art was just always a saving grace of mine.
Yeah. That's amazing. And do you work with Kim with All Girls Love? Because Kim, you've started All Girls Love, which is art therapy for people who, you know, I mean, it's amazing, domestic abuse survivors, everybody.
Yes, I started All Girls Love because of the profound impact of art therapy on my life, but I also know that art therapy isn't necessarily accessible to all people, but I wanted to make it accessible to people, especially to women in different situations, whether they're recovering from addiction or they're in domestic violence or sexual assault situations. And so we do that, and we're hoping to expand to help more women.
Kim, we're watching some of your art pieces right now here up on the screen, and you know, it's always amazing to me when people can take this pain and this things that are maybe the black parts of their life, and then create these beautiful pieces of art out of that. Tell us more about that.
Yeah, so I am drawn to collage because I like to take disparate images and piece them together, layer them, and then create a new image that creates new meaning, and it takes on like another story.
Yeah. Oh my gosh, why is Ali, I mean, you are the art therapist. What's going on? Why does it work so well for people doing art therapy?
You know, it's really hard to express yourself through words sometimes. So sometimes people just need that another outlet to be able to express themselves, and it's just really helpful. And you could do so many different types of mediums. There's painting, there's drawing, there's sculpture, there's collage work. So it just really gives people different options.
And it's kind of like putting pieces together, I suppose, collage. And I guess that's what happens once we break down and once we've got a lot going on, whatever it is that's caused us to have mental health issues, it's about putting those pieces back together in our own life, isn't it? So I think there's that kind
Absolutely.
of,
Yeah.
that's a practical way of doing that. I don't know, I feel like there's a connection there that might be beneficial.
Let's talk about this reception because it's going to be 20 artists. Tell people about this event that is not just you two. I mean, you're talking about a bunch of artists coming together. Tell us about the event.
Yeah, so we're having an exhibition at Reeves Art Gallery, and 20 artists are coming together from very diverse backgrounds, very talented artists, people who have either been impacted by mental health themselves or impacted through their loved ones. They're coming together, and any sales from the reception will be 20% of it will be going to support All Girls Love.
Oh, that's
amazing.
fantastic.
It really is. It really is. And people can get out, they can enjoy this beautiful art and know that they're giving back to this great cause. We can't thank you enough, Kim Pham and Ali Ham. Y'all are amazing. And we just want to remind our viewers that they can attend this free group art show. It's all in honor of Mental Health Awareness Month tomorrow. It goes on through June 7th, and the opening reception is this Friday. Reeves Art and Design. We have shared a link with more information on our website, HoustonLife.tv.